Hi there! Welcome to What is Islam Academy. Let's learn about Islam together.
Critics often claim that Prophet Muhammad copied the Quran from the Bible, pointing to shared figures like Abraham, Moses, and Jesus as evidence. But this accusation ignores the historical context and the Quran's own challenge. If you are in doubt about what we have sent down upon our servant, then produce a chapter like it. Quran 2:23. The Quran's challenge is not defensive, it's a confident call to match its beauty, wisdom, and depth. The real question isn't whether the stories are similar, but whether Muhammad, given his circumstances, could have produced such a text. The Quran claims to restore the original monotheism of Abraham, not to invent a new religion. Shared prophets, from the Islamic perspective, point to a shared divine source, not plagiarism. The accusation of copying becomes much harder to defend when we examine the details of history and the Quran's unique content. So, is the Quran just a collection of familiar tales, or does it possess a quality that sets it apart? Prophet Muhammad was unlettered, he could neither read nor write, and lived in Mecca, far from centers of Jewish and Christian learning. There was no Arabic Bible in his time, and the Bible existed in languages Muhammad did not know. Mecca lacked libraries, monasteries, or scholarly circles where he could have accessed biblical texts. His life as a merchant was public, with no evidence of secret study or foreign tutelage. Arabia's culture was oral, knowledge was passed down by recitation, not books. Muhammad was not known as a poet or storyteller before his prophethood. When he began reciting the Quran, its language stunned even the most skilled poets. Western scholars like Montgomery Watt have concluded that the idea of Muhammad copying the Bible is historically unsustainable. The man, the place, and the time all point away from the theory of simple literary borrowing. If the Quran copied the Bible, the stories would be nearly identical, but they're not. The Quran's account of Noah's flood is a local event, not a global cataclysm. In the story of Lot, the Quran omits troubling details found in the Bible, presenting prophets as moral exemplars. The Quran's portrayal of God is radically different, absolute, transcendent, and never human-like. These differences aren't minor edits, they reflect a distinct worldview and purpose. The Quran claims to confirm and clarify previous scriptures, not simply retell them. Its stories serve to reinforce monotheism and divine justice, not just to entertain. The systematic differences point to a unique theological agenda, not a copy-and-paste job. The Quran positions itself as a guardian over earlier revelations, correcting where human hands altered the message. Its narrative choices are deliberate, purposeful, and fundamentally distinct. The Quran's corrections are clearest in its portrayal of Jesus, honored as a prophet, not divine and not crucified. It rejects original sin. Adam and Eve repent and God forgives them. No inherited guilt. Every child is born pure. Each person is accountable for their own deeds. The Quran also contains knowledge unknown in 7th century Arabia: embryology, the expanding universe, the water cycle. These scientific insights were not part of the era's discourse. The Quran's language is inimitable, neither poetry nor prose, but a unique, powerful form. Even master poets were unable to match its style despite the Quran's open challenge. Its literary form, scientific content, and theological corrections defy the idea of simple copying. The Quran's structure and message point to a source beyond human invention. Muhammad risked everything, wealth, status, safety, to preach the Quran's message. He faced persecution, exile, and violence, refusing every offer to compromise. If he sought power, he could have taken an easier path. Instead, he delivered a message that upended his society. The Quran demanded radical social reforms, rights for women and orphans, economic justice, and compassion. These were revolutionary ideas in 7th century Arabia. An unlettered man with no access to biblical texts could not have produced a book with such profound differences, unique insights, and unmatched style. The accusation of copying collapses under historical and logical scrutiny. So, is it more reasonable to believe Muhammad orchestrated this feat alone, or that the Quran is what it claims, a message from beyond human creation?